Good afternoon, team. Happy Thursday. So, great day today. Very powerful. The volume wasn't really something too excited about. It was way below average. Actually, this last few days, as the market's been going up, we've had lower volume. We know last week because of a holiday, but today Thursday, on a nice strong up day today. We finished with a hammer candle on the high of the day. You want to see like a big volume bar like that. You want to see like a big volume bar, something big. Um, this doesn't give me a lot of confidence, but hey, it's still a good up day. We were profitable on our trades. We enjoyed it. So I wanted to start with the daily because I wanted to show that there's still two little gaps that have not been filled on the upside and the downside. We know about this one is very recent. I keep saying that we are going to eventually come back and fill this, and then we are eventually going to go up and fill this. This is in the 351, 352 range. There's still 40 points away to get there. Will we get there anytime soon? I have no idea. We are above the 21, which is a great thing, but the 50 is coming in. The 50 is looming, and this down trend line here that I have, it's also looming. So we could have another continuation tomorrow, maybe on Monday, and then that will hit us in the 50, and then boom, turn around Tuesday, and we come back down again, and this is just a rally, or maybe this is just a little cup, this little cup here forming, and then we come up to this little base, and then we come back down for the handle, and then we go higher. So those are also possibilities. Keep all that in back of your mind as an ongoing narrative. So again, this is the one that still needs to get filled down here. Now the good news is we are now trending in this channel. So now if you notice, when we were doing this, we were stepping down in the channels we were working on, and then when we started going up again, now we're doing this. Now we're going up in the channels, and I mentioned earlier in a video where like we were falling over. We're now in this downtrend, and then if we continue lower, we were gonna get here. Look what we got, guys. We got right to almost at the top of this. We never really got through it, and then now we continue going back higher again in the continuation of this channel. So we had a couple day and a half of rest, and then boom, we went higher. So again, volatility. This right here, like I was mentioning, could be a little cup. This was a deep handle. Actually, it's a very deep handle. Or you could also look at it as a double bottom, where this is one bottom, this is the lower bottom, this is lower than this one. So the double bottom, once it breaks right here, you tend to go higher, and that pattern worked out perfectly as a double bottom pattern, where you have one low, you can reverse it, and then you have a second low that has to be lower than the first low, and if it is, this is double bottom. And then what you do is you wait for the pivot, you wait for the middle of the W, you wait for that to clear, and that's your signal on that setup. Just like a cup with a handle, you have the cup, you have the handle, and then boom, once you break the handle, you take off. Okay, so that's kind of how that works, and it worked out perfectly. And we went up to, like I said earlier, we wanted to stay above 310. We wanted to stay above 305 yesterday, and we closed above 305, above 310 today, and we got a 314. We're a little bit, this is irrelevant after hours, but it's a little continuation. Like always, the last 15-minute volume is always high. That has like no meaning in the next day. So let's see what happens tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow is Friday. We continue on Monday. We have 3 or 4 more days of continued growth here, and then that will take us into these guys here. We have these 3 levels of resistance. So if we get to the 50, we might kind of topple over. I mean, the 21 took one. Maybe I wouldn't say one here. So I say one here, 2, 3, not even 4 here. So maybe let's say 3.5 times to break. So the 50 here broke once. Once it came back on again, this will be 1 because this was going down. That'll be 1 right there. This will be the second time we're gonna hit it. I seriously doubt it. Again, I'm not predicting anything, just probabilities. I seriously doubt it that once we get up here in this level right here, which just will be probably like what, 305, 310, 350. No, so this is the 310, 320, 330. Yeah, 330. So once we get around the 330, 325 range, I seriously doubt we're going to continue higher. The 50 is going to come in and play a little headwind here. I'm sure push it down for a little bit, even if it's just a little bit. But I just don't see us just going on the very first time here, just going to the 50 and getting above that. So I'm just kind of keep that in mind for tomorrow and early next week. If we get to that 325, 330 level, which will be great. Same kind of concept on the SPY. The 50 is going to come in play here, and then I would assume it's going to be the same thing. Once we hit our head here, we should be able to have a little fade back. Some stocks that I was trading, that I've been trading the last couple of days, have been working out real nice. That I took some profits on. I still have a few positions. DTM is working. I'm writing this 9 EMA. As long as I can handle it. NRT, again, the 50 is my support. Bought it yesterday. Nice update today. DBC. Again, the 9 is holding. It's up nicely today. Still holding it. Took some profits on some, but holding still some shares. Same thing with this one. Got in yesterday here. The 90 EMA is still holding. This could be an add-on right here. Take it to 120. HDSN. I'm back in HDSN. It finally closed at 10. Nice update today. Remember, I got stopped out yesterday. I held a little bit on the 21. And the ones that I'm holding was up nicely today, 7%. So basically what I lost yesterday, I got back. SWX. This was a nice one today. I picked it up here in this rebound on the 21. And it rebounded up nicely. It's holding that 21 real nice. MATX. This was below the 50. But it took the 21, so I'm kind of writing this 9 EMA here. I'm pretty sure it's going to hit the 50, but I'm trying to see if we get a little run at 100. And if not, my stop is extremely low. I'm currently profitable on it, so worst case scenario, I have a no loss on this one. ABT. I picked it up here in this 9 EMA. Nice rebound today. Good profitable trade so far. PPC. I mentioned all these in the chat earlier today. Again, picked it up at the 9 rebound here. Nice move today. Picked up some nice profit in my portfolio in this one. I took about 75% off of it. I still have 25% left, just to kind of let it ride a bit longer. RCMT. Again, picked it up at the 9 EMA. Up nicely today, almost 7%. I'll take it. Ooh, nice. SIMO. I mentioned this one the other day. See this tight action here? It came back. The 21 is holding nicely. And these 2 bars, very tight action. I've had this for a day or so. I'm trying to see if I can hold it to the 100 run. LTHM. LTHM again. Got stopped out. Picked up here when it came back above the 21. Up 7% today. Again, this stock is so volatile. This is going to be probably my last run with it. Just because, like, this little whipsaws here, you make great profit and you give it back, then you get back in it again, you break even. So basically, in the last 4 days, I made money, I lost money, and I broke even. So it just the drama, I can't handle it. So the good thing is we got the golden cross here. So when the 50 goes above the 200, that's called the golden cross. Usually you have now a sustained uptrend on this. And when you have the death cross is when the 50 goes below it, and you have this little down movement here. And overall, it's kind of been going choppy. It's a very volatile stock. It has gone really nowhere. And, perfect case in point. Made a lot of money, lost some money, broke even. So I'm gonna give it one last shot to kind of like take off. My stop is at a break even, and just kind of let it go for a while until it kind of settles in and gets into a nice little tight pattern. Little tight pattern action, something like this, or I could write it and then set up again and I could write it. But it's just like too all over the place. But again, I got back in it, made some money, so I'm kind of breaking even right now. Zim, I bought Zim again. I got my dividend payment is gonna come in on the 8th. So I was an owner of record, so that's gonna be a nice payout. Once a couple of days ago, when it pinned the 21, I picked up some more again. I'm letting the 21 be my guide here, and to stop me out if it goes below a 21. I'll be adding if it goes above this high right here. But again, nice profitable trade so far. I went back to the well again. It's been a real nice stock for me this year. Um, and then Costco, what I did with Costco is had a nice great run here today. Just it's been going up like gangbusters. Um, Again, it's coming up. It's coming out on the 500 here. I mean, the 500 price point is on the 21. When we had this little nice tight action here the last couple of days, I picked up just a very pilot position on here as well, with a stop below this little shelf right here. So today it paid out nicely. I did not have it all the way through here. I stopped out when it reversed, when it was up like I put it when it was up like 28, 29. I had to stop at 19. It came back inside being up 18. I got stopped down and took off again. Perfectly fine. I made good money on it. So now I have a short position on it. I haven't put it on yet, but if it hits 500, I'm selling some puts on here because if it hits 500, it's probably going to coincide with the Nasdaq hitting its head around this area here, I don't know. Probabilities tell me once we hit the 50, we're gonna kind of reverse back a little bit, just like when we hit the 21 here, the 21 here, we kind of came down a little bit. I'm not saying we're gonna come back down all the way down and get clear these lows, but we might come down to fill this gap. Okay, this gap has to get filled. Well, let me rephrase that. It doesn't have to get filled, but it's a very high probability that this gap will eventually get filled sometime soon. And I'm pretty sure. Again, I'm not pretty sure, but um, if I will have to say probabilities, I would say that this gap here is going to get filled before this gap here. Okay, just because we come into the 50, we're gonna hit our head, come back down, fill a nice little handle, go sideways for a little bit, and then start getting some strength to go higher. That's kind of what I see here. Um, Again, we might make a run into the second or third week of June when we have the next Fed minutes. So we might make a run into the next week or so, which again is going to probably coincide with this 50. The Fed minutes are going to come out, and we're going to have a lot of volatility and so forth. So that's kind of what I see here. So far, just stay safe. Um, if your stocks are working, just keep moving your stops up and keep taking profits on whatever you have. Don't get too aggressive. We're still a little high level here. We're not out of the woods yet as far as having a sustained uptrend, but so far so good. All right. I won't be doing a video this weekend. I'll probably do one Friday instead of Saturday, because I'm doing some things with a move on Saturday. So I'll probably do a video like I did last week, or Friday afternoon, right after the market closes and send in the list and so forth. So good trading tomorrow, guys.